네, 됐습니다. 안녕하세요. 오늘 며칠이죠? 7월 22일 2019년 월요일 넥스트 커널 오픈 강좌를 시작하겠습니다. 오늘 강사로는 제임스 강사님을 모시고 오늘 강의 주제는 무엇인가요?
네, 오늘 강의 주제는 그 팀스에 대한 건데 그 중에서 미팅룸을 애드하는 거 하고 그다음에 이제 게스트를 초청을 해서 같이 그 팀스를 할 수 있게 하는 방법, 네, 그 두 가지입니다.
네, 감사합니다.
네.
그럼 다시 한번 큰 박수로 우리 제임스 강사님을 모시도록 하겠습니다. 제임스, 볼륨을 좀 업해줘. 이게 소리가 잘 녹화될 수 있도록.
네, 이거 그 순서는 원래 설정되어 있는 디폴트 설정, 그리고 이제 어떻게 바꿀 건지, 그리고 이제 아웃컴 이 세 가지로 나눠서 할 겁니다. 네, 이게 기능적인 거를 소개하는 거기 때문에 약간 빨리 끝날 것으로.
Is okay? Can you speak English?
영어를?
Yeah. So I have to practice tomorrow.
Okay. I will explain by three steps. First is default setting and how we're going to change and the outcome. So
Is okay? Can I asking that anytime when you're
Yes.
middle of the
yes, anytime, because this is like introducing the functional the functions. So it may just go fast. So if you have any questions, you can ask. So the first one is how to add meeting rooms. If you first download the Teams, yes.
I got question. Meeting rooms is what is it?
Meeting rooms is a conference room where more than 3 people like do conference calls or gather and do reports. So we're to do in the company to make a reservation in the meeting room. We need to have an email account or an access to actually they could reserve the meeting room.
So basic concept is a meeting room, meaning as a conference room reservation for the collaboration with other coworkers. So is that meaning the meeting room created by the teams is gonna be syncing with the Outlook too?
Oh, that is a good question. I'll explain by comparing Outlook and Teams. Outlook, we could just add the meeting rooms and put the email address. So everyone from who are using Outlook, they could all reserve from that email address. But in Teams, we can't, for now, in this point, they're not able to make a meeting room in the admin section. So we have to create a meeting room by using PowerShell. So that's the only way for now.
So you mean the admin he create a meeting room by the teams PowerShell, and then we can syncing with the Outlook. Is right? No syncing?
Well, actually, it is right in the concept, because the reason why we're doing through PowerShell is to sync with the meeting rooms in Outlook to Teams. It's gonna bring the meeting rooms to the Teams. But to be able to use in the Teams, we need titles and like the functions in the Teams. So using PowerShell is making like a title in the Teams to use Teams in the Outlook.
So what I understanding is, if I created meeting room such as Alamo number 2, there's a new meeting room I created by the Teams, then it's not gonna be syncing with the Outlook. But Outlook, from the Outlook side, I open the Outlook and then create the Alamo number 2 by the Outlook, then it's gonna be syncing with the Teams. So I see. So that's the kind of the different things, right? I see. So you got it.
So if it's not in the Outlook meeting room, then even though we make another new meeting room in Teams, it's not gonna be able to function.
Excuse me.
So
Thank you.
that is.
So no gift? Good question, man. I have surprised was something. No?
I didn't prepare. Okay. Default setting will be, if you go to the location, it will show, sorry, we could not find any building. That means it's not synced with Outlook, and it's like the first time we set up Teams, it will show like this. So
This explanation is for the PC version. It's not for mobile. The same.
Actually, it's different. We had like a issue with that one also. Even though we create from the desktop to the PC, it will show different in the mobile. But still, we could make a reservation, because in Outlook, if you make a reservation in the invitee, there's gonna be the room, and in the location, there's gonna be the same room name. So making the same pattern in Teams, if you invite the room and then just type the whatever the same name in the location, it will make the same reservation. But you have to do half manually. So that's right now. For now, it's like kind of like complicated.
Today's presentation is for PC.
Just the
Mainly.
PC. Yes.
So it's a meeting room or meeting? It's settings. Settings for meeting or meeting room?
Setting. We're gonna
Default
do.
setting.
Default setting is for. This is like when we're gonna reservation a meeting, and it will show like this, and the location will be the meeting room.
Ah.
So right now it doesn't show anything.
Location is meeting room.
Yes.
That already we create by the Outlook, so we can share with the coworkers.
Yes, but in first time it's not synced with Outlook, so we will sync with PowerShell. So
Great.
PowerShell is in window, so you can just access. But important thing is you have to access run as admin, or else it will not inside PowerShell. It won't allow the access to Exchange or other Microsoft products. So run as administrator, and then just
PowerShell has a who's gonna be using the PowerShell?
PowerShell only can use
Admin?
by admin.
Only admin.
Admin email. So in the PowerShell, you will have to log in with your admin email. So
I have just member privacy. That means I couldn't using the PowerShell with the Teams. Yeah, right. So if I wanna do, then I need a admin permission.
Yeah, just a admin permission. Because it's also connected with the admin center, so only the admin email.
So does it mean the only administrator make a reservation for meeting?
Just the administrator can make the meeting rooms, yes. And after making the titles and sync with Outlook, then everyone can use it through Teams.
I mean, if anyone wants to make new meeting at some certain meeting room, he wants to make a meeting by team, Microsoft Teams, right? It should be administrator.
Oh yes. If there's another meeting room physically added in the company, and someone wants to use it, then the person has to come to the administrator to make the meeting room. There was a
Jonathan, you know, the middle of the class is a technical issues, so all of the students is there just stay like this. And what we have to do to make a fun or you know. Any pop-up quizzes or some games.
or getting questions.
So you may need a 1 minute, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. 369?
Okay. 아니면 or some funny video clip.
Video clip. Mungi, what is the Teams? Have you been used the Teams? Okay, what did you use? Did you give me the permission, for owner permission, the book meeting? Yeah. Couple of days ago, I requested you that I wanna get a permission for the owners. No? 야, 좀 Teams 봐봐, look at it. Teams first. I request you there's a one-on-one chatting. Got it? Jonathan, how about you?
Microsoft Team.
What is the benefit for your from the Teams?
We give it an instant message. We can share the information instantly.
But you know, I instantly sent message, but he didn't read. It's already passed over a couple of days,
Oh,
so it is already dead. Then what I have to do in this kind of case?
beat him.
Beat him? You know, so we have a capability for instant communication, conversation with the teams, but other side person is he never look at it, then we cannot do the conversation. So then really only I can do the meeting like that. Any other better way?
So
Is it has a function as like that? You know, KakaoTalk has a if he didn't read, then number one is a disappear.
yeah.
If he read, then disappear, and then is it Teams has a is it similar function? Is there?
I think there's check mark on the check mark.
Oh.
I think that's when you read, you get the check mark.
Ah. So
What
check mark meaning is already read? But it 여기는 왜 없어? Why it doesn't showing the other? 너 씨. You know is a 너 Do you know exactly what is it? And I think it's
Okay.
You ready?
Sorry for yes.
Yes.
There was a problem with the PowerPoint flow. So if you go into the PowerShell, it will show like same as CMD. So the first command is to unrestrict the policy. It doesn't really explain in the internet why you have to do this, but in my thinking, it's to go bypass the Microsoft security wall. So you have to unrestrict, and then it will show execution policy change, and you will just say why as yes. Then after that, we will input this command. This command is after this command, the potential box will show. Then you will have to access with the admin ID, the email address, and password. Only this will make the later command functional. So if you put like any username, user email, then it will not like go to the next step. Okay. Next is this is very long. It's basically making the remote like the session for actually to make us input through the PowerShell. So we'll say remoting module. From here, it will go through Microsoft Exchange, and by the command, it will allow to connect with Microsoft Exchange. So later on, I will show you like the other type of module.
Oh, I don't need it.
Oh.
It's too much headache.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
so
It's
even
okay.
though it's I'm look at it,
Uh.
then it's the head is
Yes.
over is cracking. So
Until here,
Uh-huh.
at the bottom, we don't have to change. We have to just copy and paste.
Okay.
So yeah, it's okay. And later on, there's another module. The other module is you just have to download. That's it.
I see.
So, yes.
Great. Sounds good.
And after we put the input, and it will show like this. This is that we're into the Microsoft Exchange module. So next step we'll have to do is we will have to make the meeting rooms. So this is the first command that we're gonna input in the first one you can think as a folder. Yes.
I got a question there. Why we need to create a meeting room by Teams? Why we need it?
Because Microsoft is all connected, so in through cloud. So you can use reservation or like schedule, same as Outlook. So while using Teams, you can also see the schedule in the Outlook. So if you make a reservation in Teams, it will also show in the Outlook.
So it's two different concepts. One for the create meeting room. This is a meeting room, right? And then other one is just a meeting, scheduled meeting. So a meeting room has even though I create a meeting room by the as like that, PowerShell is there, it's complicated command, they put it in and then create it. But however, that meeting room does not syncing with Outlook, right?
On this, the previous step is going into accessing Exchange. So in this step, we're inside the Exchange. So explain.
Yeah, I lost this purpose for why we have to create the meeting room by Teams.
Because while using Teams, it's to make it very convenient to also make a reservation.
But however, when I open the Outlook, then it doesn't showing the what I create the meeting room by the Teams.
It will sync, so it will show.
Huh? So if I do it like that, then Outlook is gonna be showing my new meeting room.
Oh yes.
Oh.
So in this step on Teams, the purpose is bringing the Outlook meeting rooms to Teams, so that if we make a reservation through Teams, it will sync through Outlook, so it will both show the reservation.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I will listen first.
So it's very complicated. I understand. Yeah, it is. While I'm doing this concept is also, I don't know why they made like this. But if we're able to make a meeting room, which is Alamo, we need to make a meeting room folder first, and then put the meeting rooms. I'll explain after the explanation is over. So the outcome will show like this. We made a Marquis folder, and then under the Marquis folder, there will be Alamo meeting room. So first, it will show Marquis and Miller, and then if you click it, then it will show all the meeting rooms in the Marquis. Questions? I know it's very complicated.
Very fundamental question. Is that a meeting room? Is a virtual meeting room or physical real meeting room?
Oh, physical real
meeting room.
Yes.
And in some company which has 400 or 300 company people, there should be many meeting, a lot of meeting a day, and then they gonna have a new meeting every day. So every time somebody needs to make a reservation for meeting room, he must take that very complicated step
Oh no. This is just one time.
Just one time
time
for
for-
one meeting room.
No, the whole meeting room.
Whole meeting room.
Yes.
Oh.
So the admin will put this command to make all the able meeting rooms, and then it will show in this location. So after we set up, other people just click like Outlook.
So there is a meeting room, not meeting.
Oh, yes.
So this command is bring all of Outlook's meeting room to Teams.
Yes.
Not creation new meeting room. This is a existing Outlook. Existing Outlook meeting room is syncing to the Teams.
Yes.
So Teams users can choose the which meeting
Oh,
room
yes.
can use.
As same
I
as
see.
Outlook.
I see.
This is just making able to see the meeting room in the Outlook.
Okay, so this one is a existing meeting room syncing with the Teams. Gotcha.
So hopefully it will they will develop
Yeah.
to show as
So
Outlook.
this procedure is just to do one time.
It's just one.
Yeah. So if we change the meeting room by the Outlook, then we do once again.
Just
You-
for the the specific meeting room. But other meeting room, if it's not changed, then you can just
Whoever is a 10 meeting room, then did you do the 10 times? Each meeting room is like that?
Oh.
Repeat?
I did this 10 times.
Alamo or text?
Yeah, just changing the bank name.
If we have a 20 meeting room, then 20 times I have to do.
Yeah. But just changing the name and just enter. So it's just adding in the list. So it's very simple.
I see. Oh, very good to know that.
So
Thank you.
while I'm doing this, I really don't understand why Microsoft
Yeah.
is too
We
complicated.
should make it more simple. That is almost the program on
Yeah,
level.
program.
Right.
This first one and the second one is the most like PowerShell used, but we don't have. I don't think you need to use PowerShell to do
Yeah.
these two functions, but Microsoft wanted just making people to do it.
Exciting. That's good. Wow, it's a really good lecture.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Big hands.
This one I'll do it very short because it will just download. This is inviting guests to our organization in Teams. But default setting is we're not allowed to invite guests. That's the default setting. Just making inside the organization. So it will not show anything. But if we go to the admin center in Teams and guest access, then it says allow guest access in Teams. So you can click on, and you are able to invite the guest. But
Also go with organization.
oh yes, inside the organization. But sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why, but
Oh yeah, right. I have experience as
yeah.
you.
Microsoft. So we have to use PowerShell again.
PowerShell again.
But this time, they have a module that you can download. But it says Skype for Business Online. So Teams are based on Skype. So we download this, and it will automatically install.
She's very unhappy. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
unhappy.
yeah,
Serious.
She's a headache of PowerShell again.
And then this is you can just copy and paste this, and it will go through the login step. Then you have to log in to the admin email and password, and then there's just two steps. You configuring the teams, and if you can see allow guest user, it will show false if it's not working. If guest is not able to invite. So if you type the second one, then the second one makes it able, turn it on. It says true, then the allow guest user will say mention true. That means we are totally able to invite the guest. So now it will show like this. Then if we just add as guest in the group. So that is it.
Wow. James, yeah, it's a really valuable class. Yeah, you know what? I really don't know about two kind of things: how to create meeting room, actually thinking, and then how to set the guest. But last time I tried to invite third party users, guest users, but I didn't success. I couldn't edit him, but you gave me the really good solution.
Well, my hope is that someday nobody can use PowerShell. Then yeah, I think Microsoft is working on to make every function in the admin center, so less people can use PowerShell. But right for this point, they have to still use PowerShell. So hopefully they will.
Wow, good job, man. Question?
Question?
No
Yes,
question?
Question.
You're awesome, man. You have a talent for the training and class.
Okay.
Yeah.
And doing this, I did it at home, but my computer is very bad, so it couldn't install Windows Business. But I did it online, like in online, PowerPoint.
Online as a cloud.
Yeah, in cloud based. So
Great. You're awesome, man. Yeah, really good job. Yeah, wow.